The new GST rates have come into force. But what if it turns out to be a very costly mistake for the government? This is the story behind why you're getting these price cuts and what's at stake. The government's GST Bachat Utsav sees new simplified rates in two slabs of 5% or 18%, besides a peak 40% slab for sin goods, promising lesser prices for a wide variety of goods. But the important question is, are businesses passing on the benefits to you? Already, some consumer activists have pointed out how online marketplaces are not passing on the benefits. This, despite the fact that all major consumer good companies like Hindustan Unilever or ITC or Dabur, Nestle or Amul, as well as electronics and home appliance brands, have announced a price revision. It may be too soon to bill its success or failure, but doing a SWOT analysis could help us figure out the real story behind this festive bonanza. Now, this is the easiest. Lower rates, the government hope, will directly translate into more spending by the citizens, which will give a fillip to the GDP and, of course, offset any long-term impact US tariffs, or for that matter, any geopolitical instability existing or future could cause to Indian trade. Consumption drives Indian economy, and what better way than tax cuts to give it an extra boost, especially in urban India, where consumption has been lagging behind? The biggest worry is wily businesses not really passing on the tax cut to customers. While big brands may have already come out announcing price cuts, you may have all seen the full-page ads in most newspapers from the likes of HLL and ITC. How smaller brands, smaller retail outlets, etc. will behave still needs to be observed. The government has said that it will be discreetly monitoring the market scenario. But whether this will trickle down to smaller towns and smaller business establishments where chances of hera-feri are higher remains to be seen. It doesn't help that government allowed companies for products to continue spotting their old labels with the old printed prices till March 31st, thereby giving more leeway to shopkeepers to hoodwink unsuspecting customers. The opportunity for the government is, of course, to time the long-pending overhaul of the GST system at exactly a time point when the US tariffs will start impacting, even if it is in fractions of GDP rates, and hoping that it will make up for any shortfall. Also, there is a very clear push in the way tax cuts have been distributed. On one side, you have many staples and daily items aspirational to the neo-middle classes, anything from juices and shampoos to TV sets. And on the other side, the big cuts in items like cement, marble, granite, bamboo flooring, wood pallets, etc. One could directly lead to consumers spending more, while the other could indirectly push anyone from businesses to developers to, yes, even the aspirational classes, to focus on homes and construction, which, in case you don't know, is an activity that is not just labor intensive, meaning more jobs, but can also lead to all-round economic activity. It is no accident that the Prime Minister's address to the nation this Sunday spoke of the GST Bachat Utsav and the need to be self-sufficient or Atmanirbhar, both together. The US tariffs, as well as the whole geostrategic uncertainty all around the world, are posing new dangers to India's already fledgling trade ambitions. Look at the way China was restricting availability of rare earth minerals in recent months. If the tariff situation is not mitigated soon through bilateral discussions, impact on sectors like textiles, gems and jewelry, electronics, etc. in the country could spill over into real-world impact on consumption in urban centers. If the uncertainty leads to worries and lesser spending, the GST reforms could well end up a very costly mistake on the part of the government.